America is like the perfect representation of a narcissistic parent.
Yes.
Always looking out for people on the outside so they appear like this amazing person.
Yes.
While their people at home are fucking suffering.
Welcome to This Week in White Supremacy. It's all of us today. What's going on? We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Unfortunately, to my right is an empty chair.
It's a miracle.
Oh, wow.
That's terrible.
Shade.
That's actually terrible.
I did not expect that. Wow. And I don't know if it's funny. It's always like something in the news.
Right. And, it makes us think that she actually is moonlighting.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Her favorite candidate.
Her boo.
Her boo,
man.
Republican Tim Scott suspended his campaign.
Did the Irish goodbye. He woke up Monday morning without Tim Scott in the presidential race anymore. He didn't give no rhyme, reason. He just said, you know what? I'm out.
He said, this is his quote. I love America more than I did on May 22nd. When I go back to Iowa, it will not be as a presidential candidate. Probably because everybody hates you, Tim.
I'm about to say, but who cares?
Nobody cares. Nobody
cares.
Who
cares? Didn't you say he brought his imaginary girlfriend out?
He did.
And it wasn't Miracle?
It wasn't Miracle. This was a quote. Tim ran an optimistic, hopeful message. But that's not where the Republican base is right now. And he's black, and that's all. That's another
he's
thing.
Black and gay.
Oh, shit.
No, we don't know that.
We don't know, but I mean, it's like
we can't just say that, brother. Allegedly,
be who you are. That's the
Allegedly,
thing.
yes.
I would love personally. I would love to see a black gay candidate.
Yes,
Facts.
I think that would be fucking crazy.
In the Republican Party.
Oh my god,
maybe Herschel Walker's son.
That's it. We'll see you next week. That's this week's West.
Oh, no.
You're starting already.
He's the only black gay Republican I know. I don't know any other ones. I'm sorry. If you're out there, reveal yourself.
Christian Walker for president in 2028. Oh my God.
Lord have mercy. Anyway, so hopefully
who
Miracle,
would be the VP?
I don't know.
Herschel?
Hopefully Miracle will be joining us next week. But we have my brother.
Oh man.
Trouble in the Less Never Like Supremacy, Next Level Shaman. You already know.
Yes, Trouble is here. And sir.
Himmy, y'all, himmy, yeah, and himmy, yay.
Why?
It's me, man. It's the image of Christ.
Oh, my goodness.
If God made me in his image, would I make him mine?
Oh, wow.
I don't understand.
Hacksaw him Duggan.
The image of Christ. Oh my God.
Man,
oh Lord
listen.
have mercy. It is a lot of places to start, but we wanted to start. What did I say? It's a lot of places to start.
No, I'm just waiting for it.
But we wanted to start with a person that we have talked about a lot on this show.
Yes.
Today,
I didn't even know that we was on a panel together before he was married.
Oh, word?
Yeah, Dana told me that shit.
Today he has his own theme song. Are you ready?
Black top, black top, black top, black top.
Oh yes, Eric Adams.
Black top, black top, black top.
Eric Adams, when the when the law turns around,
The shirt says blacks for Trump.
Yes.
Blacks for Trump. Are you black?
No, I'm not black.
Look at the remixes. So, Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, who, ran on a kind of, I'm going to make the city safe by locking up all the black and brown people, and and was planning to go to D.C. to talk about how bad the migrants crisis in New York was, but something happened that caused him to cancel this trip. The FBI. The FBI raided the home of his number one financer. And after that happened, I don't know if she gave them anything to do, but the FBI seized his phones and his iPad. Apparently what's going on is that there is a speculation that Turkey, the country of Turkey,
not the Thanksgiving bird.
Not Thanksgiving, funneled money illegally into Eric Adams' campaign. Ironically, he was in a Turkish movie. He made a cameo
I did not know that.
about corruption in a Turkish movie. In a statement Friday, Eric Adams said he had nothing to hide, as what most people that get arrested. Well, whether you had something to hide or not, nigga, they got you. Sure. They got your phone and they got your iPad. If you're hiding, it don't matter this time.
Hope you cleared your search history, my nigga.
As a former member of law enforcement, I expect all members of my staff to follow the law and fully cooperate with any sort of investigation. I will continue to do exactly that. So it's kind of fascinating to see. So what do you all think about, the law, the boomerang effect, right?
It's turkeys coming home to roost.
Oh my God, you're on one today. Yes, definitely.
Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I hate that nigga, man, with all my being.
Yeah.
Eric Adams, I wake up and I brush my teeth hating Eric Adams.
Oh,
wow.
shit. That's deep.
Yeah.
It said Adams' attorney said that they had discovered that an individual had recently acted inappropriately. After learning the federal investigation, it was just after learning, the feds is coming. Who's messing up?
It's this nigga ran on being a cop and now the super cops is coming for him.
Yeah. And it seemingly he's pre-snitching. He's getting the pre-snitch out there. It was discovered that an individual had recently acted inappropriately. In the spirit of transparency and cooperation, this behavior was immediately and proactively reported to investigations. Oh, the feds is coming? Turn them in.
Yeah, right?
Wow. But again, you're right.
Snitching, man.
You're the super cop.
Yeah.
You ran on this,
You ran on Law and Order. Yeah,
lock them
man.
up. I don't want none of these migrants in the city.
And now look, they about to lock you up. And at the very least, they, you might just get disqualified from, you might get removed from the mayoral office.
Removed from office. And particularly normally the Democrats are like that. Eric Adams does seem to have a little Trumpian type of thing.
Absolutely. And that's why we say politics is a flat circle, because a lot of these people
I've never said that.
I'm sorry.
That's why we say politics is the
because more often than not, some of these people who are so far to the left end up coming right back to the right.
Right. Well, he said God put him. He had made a statement. This was a few
Why
weeks
we
ago.
always gotta bring God into the politics?
God put me in office, and
God didn't. God ain't have nothing to do if you get
God,
elected.
or was it money from Turkey? Which one? Which one actually put you?
Hey, this Thanksgiving, I want to know what he's gonna be thankful for. That money from Turkey.
So, Treble, what do you think about, Eric Adams? It's looking like the turkey's coming home to roost.
Thank you. I thought, I'm going to pat myself on the back for that.
That is hilarious. Eric Adams, maybe a victim of his own, his own police force.
I love to see it. I'm not going to hold you.
Yes.
I love to see it.
Yes.
When the police snitch on the police, is it still snitching?
I feel like when you're put in that position, you're like the ultimate snitch.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, it's that's kind of your job at that point. And if you don't, the only time you're not snitching is on your own people, for real.
Yeah.
But you snitching on everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Running and telling everyone's business.
Could you imagine? We talking about
and remember, the police get mad at other police.
I know. Yeah.
And you tell on another police officer, you broke the blue wall of silence.
A friend of mine had that happen. Yeah. He's a captain in the police force.
Yeah, you get ostracized. Yeah. It said in September, his top building safety official was charged with taking bribes, $150,000 in bribes. So it's we know it's really kind of a thing of we know that politicians do this.
Eric, I'm talking to you, bro. Like, yo, on the level, right? You and me. You didn't see what happened to Kwame? You thought you was gonna
the last hip hop mayor, huh?
You thought you was gonna get away with this, didn't you? I know you did. You thought you was slicker than this, man. Them niggas got you, bruv. They got a man like you because you thought you was too cool and too black because you was playing this conservative game and that, innit?
True.
But them niggas is coming for you, bruv. Pause. And they gonna get you the fuck out of here.
I mean, it's looking like, because like, I mean, the reality is like, you're mayor of one of these bigger cities.
The scrutiny, the attention is going to be on you.
But I'm
You're
saying,
under
like,
a microscope.
More than like, like I'm just assuming, like you mayor of one of these big cities, I'm assuming you kind of scheming.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You scheming, you scamming, you getting money under the table. People got to pay for favors.
Him and George Santos is working together.
So that's what I'm assuming, right? But it's like all the mayors like don't get caught. So it's like, who did he fall out of favor with?
Right.
Like you must have pissed somebody off, fell out of favor with somebody for the fact that now all of a sudden they looking closely at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I think too, like you said, like as black people, we get into these positions and we think we can behave like white people. And sometimes
who's
forget.
we, nigga? When you start speaking French in this motherfucker?
I mean, we've seen this happen before where black people, like you said, you mentioned Kwame Kilpatrick.
Yeah.
Black people will get in these positions and think, I'm going to just be corrupt like the white people, not understanding that it's always a different level of scrutiny for us. And like you said, you want to be the hip hop mayor. You want to go to the club all the time.
Right,
You know
your
what I'm
son
saying?
rapping. I
You
wonder
wanna
what this
be-
means for his son's career now.
Yeah, your dad's a snitch. I mean, you know.
You can't make no more records.
I mean-
what Jimmy Wapo say? If your daddy was an ass and your bitch, then you was, what did he say? I can't.
I thought it was a rat. You a mouse too?
Yeah,
or something like that?
something like that. Yo, rest in peace, Jimmy Wapo, man. I'm
Yes.
sorry I fucked the lyric up. I can't think of it right
But
now.
yeah, so I mean, it will be interesting to find out because, like, you know, he was like really full of himself.
If your daddy was a rat, then your ass is a mouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was it. I mean, you know, and I mean, to be honest, like, nobody's checking for Eric Adams' son's raps.
That bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
man.
Like,
Get that
we
shit
don't
the
know
fuck
what his
outta here
name
too,
is.
man.
We don't know what his
we
rap.
don't care
And you
about
know, Eric Adams probably hiding it. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know what his rap name is. We don't really care. But it's going to be fascinating to watch this play. Similarly, you mentioned, you know, Santos. He got charged.
He did. Finally
You know
got
what I'm saying?
charged. We didn't think
He
it was
got
going to happen,
federal charges.
but he did, man.
And what did he say? He said he running again.
He said, listen, you can't stop me.
I'm running again. Yeah, I lied. Yeah, I lied about everything.
When the fight about it?
I'm running. What?
That was from Family Guy.
Oh, I had no idea. So, like, you know, he'll probably try to fight this and stay in office and stay in power.
Y'all think he might be able to do it?
I don't know, man. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And
George Santos is like the Wolf of Wall Street in politics.
definitely,
Yeah.
I mean, because I think with Santos, it's like whether he wins or lose, I mean, there's got to be some movie to be made about this dude.
Absolutely.
Like the dude
He's
scammed.
the new Jordan Belfort. Like
He scammed his way into Congress.
Get Scorsese on that. It's a hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Like who's playing this dude?
He was cross-dressing. He's gay. He lied about 9/11.
Bro.
Lied about his parents.
Yes.
He's scamming millions and millions of dollars. This has every making for an all-American blockbuster.
And the thing is, it's like America, like,
they love this shit.
and they rewarded.
Yeah, they rewarded.
Like, he's still in Congress. He hasn't been censored.
No.
He hasn't been split to the side. You know, so he's been rewarded
But
for this.
this is a fascinating insight into the dichotomy of America because when Eric Adams tries to do this,
Yes.
the FBI come on.
True.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, I think, like, we've never, when you look at, like, the political landscape
Right.
that we're in, right? Like, we've
I
never.
do miss Miracle would have had such a great take on this.
Yes.
Facts.
We've never seen anything like this political. I mean, it's almost like we're watching the Democratic Party and the Republican Party like collapse before
Just
our eyes.
self-destruct. Yeah. They've reached critical mass, and it's just the only way for them to go now is an implosion.
Right. I mean, we just, you know, the New York Times put an article out that said a fifth of voters in battleground states dislike both leading candidates.
And again, it's like after Biden, you had the Democratic Party probably the highest it's ever been in I don't know how long.
Yes.
The response to that was Trump, which is the Republican Party, the highest they've probably been in I don't know how long. And then a lackluster response with Biden. And it's just like they've become so big that, you know, anything else is like.
Well, but also it's like, it seems like, you know, that we're trapped by like the ego of Trump and Biden.
Yes.
Like by any account, neither of these men should be running.
No.
One man is 81. Is he 81 yet? 80.
Plus 200. At least as old as the Constitution.
Shit.
Remember when Gary Oldman was Dracula? Like that's what Biden sleep in a coffin. In
Oh my God! Oh my God! I mean, but again, it's like it's not that, and it's not just only that he's old, right? He's not popular. Like he's a deeply
It's not just that he's
president.
old. He's old as fuck. And the presidency ages you in dog years.
I mean, really, like,
So
like
it's like-
70s or 80? Yeah. Like now we're getting to like we're scared for your safety, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So like again, and the vice president also, Vice President Harris, unpopular.
Very.
Right? So it's not like they're just
Was she ever popular though?
there was a moment, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I'm gonna be honest, like it was a smooth play by Biden to bring her in.
Yes.
Because like, you know, nobody upholds the Democratic
We did
Party.
it, Joe.
Yes.
We did it.
And really, like when you look at the numbers,
Yeah.
black women are like 99%
Yes.
like nobody votes stronger
Than black
for the
women.
Democratic
It's the-
Party and black
well, no
women.
one votes stronger in the country than black women.
Yes, but it's just like, again, you know, for whatever reason, she just didn't translate into our community the way like a President Obama did or Michelle, right?
No,
She just
no.
doesn't translate. And so
I
like,
wonder if it's because she was putting people in jail.
Maybe.
I don't know.
but I'm just saying, so like, and Trump, by all accounts,
I'm on fire today. You niggas should have never gave me the roadcaster.
and to Trump, who's also old, right? Trump's 76, right?
Should I do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Oh my God. Right. And so, by all accounts, you have 91 felony charges. You should not like it would behoove him and his family, who's on trial for fraud right now, to actually like bro.
And
like,
Eric Trump was on stand making jokes about perjury.
yeah, I mean, hey,
That's
bro,
fucking crazy.
Bro, like-
he don't take this shit serious.
focus on your charges, my brother. Like, stop running and like try to get free. Like, that's what you should be focused on. But so we have two candidates.
What if Trump quotes Amistad? He already said he was Nelson Mandela.
let us free.
Give us free. What if Trump said that shit? That would be soundbite of the century.
But I'm saying, like, it's so much ridiculous stuff that this dude has said. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Could it get any more? Like, why not quote Amistad?
Here's
CK Trump would be fucking.
here's a quote from Trump on Veterans Day.
Oh, my days. Here we go.
Quote,
Uh-oh.
"We will root out the communists, Marxists, fascists, and the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country." So, who used the terminology "live like vermin"?
Hitler.
Hitler.
Hitler called Jewish people
Yes,
vermin.
yes.
Actually,
Yes.
that
is
quote.
taken directly.
That's a quote.
That's like, hell, what playbook am I going to use for this election? I'm going to use Hitler. So there's a
That's
book.
wild.
Hey, bro, there's a book coming out about Trump that said Trump was obsessed with Hitler.
Yeah.
Kept Hitler books by his bedside that he talked about Hitler's generals. Yo, him and Kanye is like, they're like twins.
Who was the president?
Organized. The
Yeah,
twins.
yeah.
Who was the president that went after all the actors that were allegedly communist?
He wasn't president. We just talking about McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Yes.
Yeah, McCarthy.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes. So like people are telling him, like, yo, like these words. When you talk about poisoning the blood of our country,
oh my,
using words like these are words.
Next thing out of your mouth is master race.
Directly from that's the next thing.
That's the escalation is master race,
and it's like he has to know this, and the people around he has Jewish people around him. They have to know this, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like they would rather use this type of rhetoric if it's going to mean they win, and so like it's turning people off. Like Biden's turning people off. You know, Trump is turning people off. They're saying now, like, RFK Jr. is polling at, like, historically high numbers. And he's not a great candidate. No. You know what I'm saying? Now Jill Stein is back in the race as the Green Party. I mean, it's like we've never seen a landscape like this right now.
And what's crazy is in 2019, Mo Brooks, he was a senator?
Yeah, he was I think from Alabama.
Yeah, he read Mein Kampf in Congress.
Oh shit!
Read passages out loud and was like, "This is good shit. We need to be studying this."
I mean, the moms of liberty. I mean, they're telling us.
Oh damn! The moms of liberty.
They're telling us.
They ran off the whole Nazi educate the children campaign.
And it's this thing of like, you know, Trump's also been doing all of these like gaffes where he keeps saying like President Obama is in office and is Biden. Like, I mean, it's just. We're at a point, we've never seen anything like this to where...
Trump didn't even know what years he was president.
Correct. Right. He was like, I was president. They were like, in 2021, you were not president. You know what I'm saying? But according to...
Oh, yeah.
One of, and it's so many, it's thinking about all the people around Trump that have gone to jail and been indicted. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga got La Cosa Nostra, man. Like, he really got a circle of thugs.
It's crazy. But one of them... What's her name? Jenna Lewis?
Yeah.
Is that her name? Jenna Lewis.
I mean, even if it's not, it is right now.
Jenna Ellis.
Ellis Lewis, same thing. You know.
Jenna Ellis, you know, they recorded her testimony when she was snitching to get out of jail. She turned on Trump and they recorded. And remember, when they pleaded, they tried to get this squashed.
Yeah.
They tried to be like, yo, we don't want this to come out. It came out, and she's talking about what she was told in the White House about what Donald Trump was or was not going to do. You have that clip, Farouk.
It's not unmuting.
They never should have give that nigga the roadcaster. They didn't say that 5 minutes.
Leave the White House, despite losing the election and losing multiple legal challenges. Here's what she said.
He said to me in a kind of excited tone, well, we don't care and we're not going to leave. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, the boss, meaning President Trump, and everyone understood the boss. That's what we all called him. He said the boss is not going to leave under any circumstances. We are just going to stay in power. And I said to him, well, it doesn't quite work that way, you realize. And he said, we don't care.
Oh, shit.
Under any circumstance. Then you had to come drag me out this
like
White House band.
Man. He was like, I know a little way that we can keep this from happening. I'm going to say, come to the Capitol. It's going to be a wild time.
Yes. And supposedly, you know, again.
We're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be glizzies. We're going to have flags. Someone's going to lynch Mike Pence. It's going to be great. Bring the kids. Private jets.
They also said Trump supposedly wrote to the army to try to get them on board with like preventing them from getting him out of the White House. And they said the army wrote back like, nah, we ain't doing that. And he like ripped the note up. And like somebody collected the ripped note and put it back together. And it's in like the National Archives. Like he ripped the note up because the Army and the Navy.
He's not good at destroying evidence. Trying to flush it down the toilet, putting it under the pool. I can have this. No one else can. It's mine. I know the secrets. I have all the secrets. They're my secrets.
So again, I don't think we've never
Donald
seen
Trump in the Chamber of Secrets. That would be great.
That was a good one.
We do come up with like $1 million ideas on this show all the time.
So I just thought about something about the fact that he's not good at hiding his evidence.
Yes.
No.
I think it's because he wasn't banking on his attempts not being successful.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was like so arrogant that he was like, oh no, this is gonna work.
Yes.
I'm not gonna have to hide this shit. I'm gonna be in power.
He's like, he's seriously like the kid that like hides under the blanket and walk through the house like, you can't see me.
Yes.
You can't see me. It's
Yes.
like, no, we literally can see you.
Yes.
No, you can't. No, you
Yeah,
can't.
I mean, and it's just fascinating because here we are now. We're going into 2024, and we literally don't know. We're not sure if who's going to be the Democratic nominee,
right?
And we're not sure who's going to be the Republican nominee because everything is and could, independent could possibly win this thing. It is crazy.
The next season of America is going to be wild.
Super fascinating.
I always wonder, like, what stops us from voting independent?
Well, a couple of things, right? One,
they usually don't offer up anybody because they always concede.
But also it's like money, right? Like when you see them commercials, you turn on that TV and it's just commercial.
Right.
You know, we just ran through an election. It's all these, like, oftentimes the independents just don't have the resources.
Yeah.
Like if we had a campaign financing law where basically everybody got the same amount of resources and you had to run on their actual intelligence and your plans, you would see a lot more independents winning. But because we run on this, you know, and then a lot of times if you're a Democrat.
So wait. Are you like actually saying that the two-party structure doesn't work?
It's look at us, bro.
That's crazy.
Look at where we are right now in America.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, and a lot of times
that we need a new political structure. I mean, wow.
And trouble. A lot of times, if you're a Democrat, like you can just like pull the slot and just vote for all the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, people just do that.
Yeah, like a straight Democratic.
I'm
ticket.
a Democrat. I'm gonna just vote for all the Democrats and kind of keep it moving.
And that's how we've gotten into a lot of these places. Because, and again,
True.
as I said before,
Yes.
politics is a flat circle. Some of these Democrats are only Democratic by party.
Yes.
Policy, they're way more conservative. They lean just like center left, center right. You know what I mean? They live in that kind of gray area.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's mad stuff happening. There also was, I guess, speaking of, so one of the things the White House tried to do, right? You know, like, you ever watching battle rap and the one battle rapper is winning, they be like, fight back.
Yeah.
Fight back. So the White House is trying to fight back, right? Because, you know, we're seeing like historically huge rallies in support of Palestinian people.
Yes.
Like it's like the one that happened in DC was 300,000 people. The largest.
This is maybe even more.
Right. They said the largest rally in support of Palestinians in American history, right? London just had one that also, according to reports, was 300,000, right?
You know what was bigger? The Million Man March.
Oh, of course. You know what I'm saying? And a majority of the American people are calling for a ceasefire. I think it's up to 70% of American people want a ceasefire. But, you know, they asked Joe Biden. He said no. Absolutely not.
He said that was his quote. Absolutely not.
Yeah, he said none. No, they were like, "What's the chance of a ceasefire?" He was like, "None."
None.
Right?
Okay.
They want to do humanitarian pauses, but this is what they said. They said, "Hey, we're going to roll out this plan to combat Islamophobia." You know what I'm saying? Which is ironically
poor choice
up.
of words.
Islamophobic attacks are up, according to the Council for American Islamic Relations. 216%.
Shit.
And Treble, do you know when the last time we seen a spike in violence like this?
When?
All the cities that Donald Trump went to and had this is a fact.
Yes, fact.
All the cities that Donald Trump went to and had campaign rallies.
Yes,
you've seen xenophobic attacks.
Yes,
and anti-black attacks.
Yes,
all these up 200%.
Yeah,
the numbers are indicative of what they were 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
True, and so. Fox News never one to pass up a chance to be really racist.
Fox News is the Mecca for people who hate Mecca.
Oh, shit.
I'll be here all week, goddammit. The Mecca for people that hate Mecca.
Yes, Fox News. If it's like, yo, we gonna be racist, it's going to be Fox News, and Fox News hosts. And it's just, you know, like when you look at like just the outright, when you talk about Trump's arrogance, the arrogance of white folks he's tired.
Who was the worst on Fox News, you think? Was it Glenn Beck? Was it Hannity? Was it Bill
They're
O'Reilly?
all the same. They're all the same racist white. And I don't know who this person is, but if you can play a little bit of his...
Because they could get in trouble.
I want to say something about Arab Americans and about the Muslim
something
world.
positive? Oh,
I'm not going to hold your hand, even though I should, Dana.
Okay.
When I say we, I mean the West and Western technology have created the Middle East.
Oh, okay.
We made them rich.
That's the problem.
We got that oil out of the ground. Our military protects all of these oil shipments flying around the world, making them rich. We fund their military. We respect their kings. We kill their terrorists.
Do you?
Okay? But we've had it.
Have you?
We've had it with them.
Wow.
Obama, Trump, now Biden have tried to get the heck out of that stupid desert. Just as we're about to get out, because we have this great balance of power we're arranging, these crazy Muslim fanatics come in and massacre over 1,000 of our allies and hold Jewish people hostage, hold Americans hostage.
Sounds like you're describing the Crusades, but continue.
And so if you're an Arab American in this country,
I'm listening,
and you rip down posters of Jewish hostages, of American hostages,
you just want to live?
No. No. Someone is going to get punched in the face.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
When you rip down posters of hostages like that, this is absolutely not. And the New York Times, the second sentence, Greg, that I thought was even worse, whose suffering should command public attention and sympathy. So what they've done is they've now made suffering a commodity. They'll put a price tag on
Did they do that,
emotional suffering. You know, is it the Jews? Is it black teens, the Native Americans, the Palestinians? You know, who's suffered the most? And he who's suffered the most,
not you, white man,
is allowed, as you say, a free
not
punch.
You.
And so now they've justified.
I think we can kind of cut that off. I mean, again, like, this is why you have Islamophobic attacks up 216% because people are like listening to this rhetoric, right?
And becoming emboldened.
Yeah, and feeling like, yeah, you know, like we got that oil out. You mean oil from their countries? You know, oftentimes the majority of the people over there don't even benefit from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, to talk in this manner, you know, but then not take responsibility for, it's like, oh, so either you are responsible for it, you created it. Well, if you created it, isn't your problem? And if you created it, then you created the division and the version that's over there, then why don't you do something to solve it?
You're sounding a little too logical right now. I'm going to need you to have several seats.
Hey, you know what? I want to read something about the West. Right?
I wish I knew how to read.
This is from an Instagram page.
Instagram's for people, is like Twitter for people who can't read. That's why I like it.
The problem with the West is that it professes to be civilized. Parentheses, it's not. See, quote, history. And it professes to have enlightened values of freedom, free speech, etc. But when pushed, when things get rough, all these things go out the window and we catch a glimpse of the fascist underpinnings that are always there. The West doesn't actually stand for anything at all. It has no moral center, no true north, no religion outside of the money to center its people. It has nothing to guide it outside of the ever-changing whims of the zeitgeist. The West stands behind nothing. It espouses because it's never meant any of it in the first place, which is why its so-called values cannot be relied upon during trying times. In the face of human tragedy, the great scope, it's as if the West is seeing it for the first time, unable to glean wisdom from historical parallels. It doesn't see parallels because it cannot see past century itself. The West is a hollow shell. It's dead if it were ever truly alive. Those were the words from One Hit Wonder, A. Marie. Shout out A. Marie. This is A. Marie.
I wouldn't exactly call A. Marie a one-hit wonder.
She had more than one hit?
She had like 4.
Yeah.
Is this one thing to make that?
I mean, that might be her biggest video. Why Don't We Fall in Love?
Oh, she did have my fault.
Yeah,
but A. Marie, entertainer, singer, A. Marie.
If I'm not mistaken, though, she's extremely conscious.
Obviously.
You know her, right? Yeah, A. Marie's extreme.
My bad.
Yeah. A. Marie has like.
That's why you was ice grilling me. Shout out to A. Marie though.
I've always been a big fan. This makes me an even bigger fan.
Yes.
But wow, that was poignant.
Yes.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I mean, I don't have anything to say. Geez.
Yeah.
That was
she said it
incredible.
all.
Yeah, I mean, I think we are at this time.
Can
where,
you share me that Instagram? I want to repost that.
Yes, I think we are in this time where, again, like we're seeing.
Look at black women.
look at black women doing it all,
black women.
carrying the democracy on their back as usual.
You know what I mean?
Doing the labor that nobody else wants to do.
And if anybody can do it, A-Marie got the legs too.
That was a wild comment.
But I mean, it's kind of true. It's a true comment. But I mean, it is fascinating because I think we're in this time where it's like the majority of American people want. We just saw Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib censored.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And so I mean, we're at this time where it seems like what the majority of the people want, those in power are not doing. And it's like this is something we've been seeing happen over and over and over. Like we want, debt relief, can't get it, right?
No.
We want, voter protection, can't get it, right? We want
voting rights.
We want common sense police reform, can't get it, right? So it's like all the things that when it came to police reform, 90% of people in America want police reform, can't get it. So it's like all these things we want, we can't get, but what we can get.
It's war.
Oh, y'all want some more war? Oh, y'all want
you want some extra bombs?
You want
today?
some more war? Right. We just need. So we're gonna now more billions for war, and so it is. We're at this breaking point where it's like, what do we do as a community? You know what I'm saying? To like where do we go from here? If we're looking at two parties that we don't see ourselves reflecting in or our values reflecting in.
There you go.
It's like,
this
okay,
two-party system doesn't work
right.
again.
So then it's like, are there independents who carry our values? Maybe some, it's like, it's really, we're at a position that we've never seen before in our lives. You have something you want to say, Fruit?
Do we collectively, is not just black people, but people who are resistant to the status quo,
yes,
sit this presidential election out?
I think right now that's on the table.
It's on the table, man.
And it's on the
table. Right next to the extra serving of war.
Oh shit.
Right.
I'm on fire today.
Yeah. No, I think it's on the table because it's like we don't see, like particularly as black people, where we've been asking, again, reparations, all of these things, and every time we're asking, and Miracle said this a couple episodes ago, every time we're asking for like, hey, how about like, healthcare for everybody? How about like,
that's socialism.
Free education or college for everybody.
Socialism.
How are we going to pay for that? We don't have the money to, but what? Ukraine? Ukraine needs another $70 billion.
Got him.
Can we write this check?
Put it on the tab.
We've sent them $60 billion already. So
send them another 70.
It's like,
with regards and extra bombs.
So that's what's so crazy. So it's like,
I just put something together.
Yes.
America is like the perfect representation of a narcissistic parent.
Yes.
Always looking out for people on the outside so they appear like this amazing person.
Yes.
While their people at home are fucking suffering.
That's a little close to home for me.
We are hurting.
It's the truth, though.
That's a little close to home for me.
It's true as fuck.
I think I got to go back to therapy now. Because
and that's what A. Marie was saying.
You just uncovered all my issues with my father.
Damn.
That's what A. Marie was saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what A. Marie laid out. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So yeah, no, fascinating. So before we close, we have a Karen of the week. And
she makes me so ashamed to be Canadian.
we have some more time? Okay, so we have some more time. So before we get to our Karen of the week then, let's get to it. Let's get to it. And she was really like one of the first to like set off the Karen wave, right?
Karen Prime.
She's an OG Karen, right? This is Amy Cooper. Amy Cooper was, you know
what I think every time I hear Cooper?
Yes.
Remember the scene in Malcolm X?
No.
Cooper. It's Cooper.
I do not remember.
You remember that?
No,
Yeah.
I do not.
Okay.
But Amy Cooper was just in the park, just choking her dog, like a normal.
That's crazy. She had the dog up by the leash,
like choking dogs. Yeah. And Chris Cooper, a black man, was there to watch birds and photograph birds. And so she didn't have the dog on the leash properly. So Chris Cooper experienced this. So he had like little treats. He was throwing the dog little treats. So the dog would like move away. The dog was scaring the birds. And so she called the police and said that this man was going to threaten to kill her.
Yeah.
Like
she
a black
was on
man,
the phone with the police saying there's a black man.
There's a black man here. He's threatening me.
Yeah.
Which he did not. He didn't threaten her. He didn't come close to her. He didn't do anything to her.
And it was all on camera.
All on camera. And so when she got, when she was exposed, she got fired. She lost her job. Rightfully so.
Absolutely.
Like, who would want to be associated with a woman who tried to weaponize the police on a black man to take his life?
Bro, shit.
So initially she tried to come
Especially during that era when people actually pretended to care about what happened to black people.
Yes.
It's such a fascinating time.
Yes. 2-3 years ago?
Yeah. So crazy.
So, she first apologized, then she didn't apologize anymore. Now, he went on. He has a show on Bird Watching. He's living his best life.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris Cooper. You know what I'm saying? But she
wasn't done yet.
She's not.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
She put out an op-ed in Newsweek. The title was...
Shame on Newsweek for even publishing that
No,
bullshit.
This is amazing. I was branded the Central Park Karen. I still live in hiding. Now, Karen, we don't know what you look like, Amy Cooper. You some random... You ain't Taylor Swift.
No.
You gotta live in hiding? What are you talking about? So...
What did she go on to say?
I'm Amy Cooper.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Amy.
But you probably know me.
The Central Park Karen? In fact, I knew you.
Central Park. Hey, you look familiar. Do you be around Central Park? Lying on black people?
That's funny. That's funny.
You may not know my name, but you probably know my story. Or at least the 2-minute version of the story that was broadcast all over the world without key facts or context.
Did you strangle the dog? Yes or no? Yes. Did you lie about the black man? Yes or no? Yes. That's all we need to hear.
Everyone believed and amplified one story, that a white Central Park Karen called the police on an innocent black man, a bird watcher, because of the color of his skin. But no, that nigga was a criminal.
Oh, shit.
That's not what she said. Where are you going with this, Karen? Like, where are you going?
Facts. I'm interested.
Today, I want you to read and understand the whole story.
What's the whole story? There's more than what we had on video?
Not just what the media told you, Farouk. And after you assess both sides, please tell me why was my never-ending cancel culture sentence a just verdict? Why did they cancel me? Why?
Most of us are moved by white tears because we don't actually think they're real.
She called it a never-ending cancel.
It's like you don't have a curse. You're not like, you know what I mean? No one has a voodoo doll of you.
Oh, wait, we got an application. Amy Cooper, let me just put this in the Google search. Oh, hell no, Amy.
You know what you did.
Facts.
It's like you could have easily just not done it.
Okay.
Seriously.
Here comes the racism. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
Here it comes. I visited Central Park in the morning.
And all I see is niggas. Pigeons and niggas. And I hate it.
Apparently.
And I hate it.
I smelled
it. Central Park smells like blue magic and breadcrumbs.
Oh,
and I hate it.
That morning,
I came out to see trees, and all I see is Timberland boots and niggas.
That morning, I smelled what smelled like fried chicken. I didn't understand.
And not Korean fried chicken, nigga fried chicken.
I didn't understand why it would smell like fried chicken this early.
Please don't tell me she actually said this. I'm about to say, this is crazy.
She said, on my way home, so I visited Central Park in the morning during the hours where dogs were allowed off leash. On my way home, I chose to take an unfamiliar path. Landing in the Ramble, a secluded area of Central Park.
Conjugate the verb. Sound it out.
A secluded area of Central Park, obviously visited by mad niggas.
Oh, shit.
So it's like you was in Central Park and then you just found a portal that ended you up in the Bronx? What the fuck?
Seconds later, I heard a voice boom. Get out of here, you white bitch!
No, fuck.
So she ran into DMX.
Oh shit!
She gets to Central Park.
Seconds later,
She takes the road less traveled, and she runs into DMX.
No, the ramble, brother. Like, she heard a voice, boom, get out of here. You shouldn't be here. I saw a man who began yelling at me that my dog should be on his leash. Before recording me, Christian Cooper yelled out, "If you don't get that dog out of here, you dumb white bitch." So again, he's just shit. Like, she's just like calmly walking her dog. Get out of here! Like, this guy is just gonna scream, "Get out of here!" at this white woman.
He's bird watching.
If you're going to do what you want, I'm going to do what I want.
Oh.
But you're not going to like it.
Well, that just sounds rapey.
1,000%. Those were his exact words.
That he did not say.
Christian admitted to saying on Facebook the very day of the incident. This is what she said, right? Yes, I was scared. Have you ever been alone with niggas? It's like a haunted house. Like, no shit. Have you ever gone to the projects?
Looks like the Thriller video.
I was a female alone in a secluded area of Central Park with a man yelling at me and threatening me as a victim of sexual. Oh, come on, Amy.
Most of us are moved by
I completely
white
panicked.
We don't actually think they're real.
I completely panicked for my safety and well-being. Then Christian, who did not own a dog, brazenly tried to lure my dog to him with treats.
How dare you be courteous to this animal that I'm choking?
I saw him casually reach for a George Foreman grill. I didn't know what he was going to do to my dog.
What's that nigga got with them Lowrys? He's going to give my dog high blood pressure.
Oh my God. She said, news stories of poisoned dogs quickly came to my mind. When have you ever read a news story about a poisoned dog?
Come on, man. While you're strangling your own dog.
But there's a stereotype that black people hate dogs.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
dogs.
Like, yes, me too.
She act like this nigga pulled chocolate out.
1,000%, right? My mama bear instincts kicked in. I immediately choked the hell out of my dog.
I grabbed my dog by my leash for its own protection. I hoisted it in the air.
Yes. She said, I immediately pulled my dog tight by his collar, fearing that something would happen to him.
Yeah, you. That's what happened to the dog, Amy Cooper. You were so poor to this dog, they took the dog from you. It was a court-ordered release of the dog. That's how terrible you are,
crazy.
Amy.
Acting from a place of panic and vulnerability, I told Christian that I was going to call the police and white power. See, this is the point that you don't get.
Yeah.
Of power. Mm-hmm. As a white woman, I was going to call the police and what I planned to say, hoping that would be enough to dissuade him from his earlier threat. Instead, Christian taunted me to call the police. Seeing no other choice, I called 911 and described the man who was threatening me.
DMX is here, back from the dead, threatening me.
DMX, Tupac, all of them rolled up in one.
Man.
But due to very spotty service, I had to repeat my description of Christian multiple times. The 911 tape makes it very clear that dispatcher couldn't hear me due to the poor connection. Yet this fact went unreported, skewering perceptions of my actions. There were never any racial implications in my words. I just felt raw fear and desperately wanted help.
I'm looking at Christian Cooper right now on...
Couldn't be a...
He couldn't look like a nicer person.
Kind of friendly. I mean, okay.
He's in pretty good shape, though.
Here's a black man that goes to Central Park
to watch birds, man. I've never in my life have I ever been intimidated by a bird watcher.
Flip birds. Watch birds. He just wants to watch birds. Come on, man. This man ain't hurt nobody.
Oh, he got a show on Disney?
He has a show on Disney about
Extraordinary
bird
Birder with Christian Cooper.
Yeah.
Wow, this nigga really did come up.
There you go. That's probably why she's so mad. You know what I'm saying? Because she can't get a job. And he's on TV. You know, and then she probably was at home one day. Let's see what's on the Disney Channel. Oh,
and
goddamn.
She just got triggered. Yeah, she canceled her Disney Plus subscription ASAP.
Later that day, Christian took to Facebook to proudly describe to his followers that he instigated the encounter and boasted that he keeps a bag of dog treats to lure in off-leash dogs. You're not supposed to have your dogs off-leash. So here's a man that has been there. What is he experienced? Narcissistic, arrogant, ego-driven white people who think because they in the park and they white, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, man.
This nigga just want to see a rare bird, right? So he keeps dog treats to let you know, no, you're supposed to keep your dog on a leash. Like, look, think about it. You think this was his first time watching birds? He's probably been in the ramble mad years.
Yeah.
Has there ever been any report of some scary black guy? No. Like, you were the first one to call the police on this dude. Why? So, yeah. So, she said I was not the first or only person he threatened.
Oh.
It's, like, Amy, like, allow it, man. And that's the thing, like, who asked you 3 years later,
oh my God,
like, to talk about relive your fake trauma? Like, nobody cares.
Hey, Amy, check this out. Look, you're not getting a job to 2030, okay? I mean, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. What, she got a loss?
And what's crazy?
Who's she suing? NYPD? Like,
listen, what's
Disney?
crazy is the fact that, like,
who is
all
she
she
suing?
had to do to redeem herself was apologize
That's
for
it.
her actions.
Yes.
that's all
And to correct her behavior.
Yes.
But here we are reading an op-ed of her painting a black man like a brute.
Yes.
In 2023.
And
we've seen this happen in Central Park with white people before.
1,000%.
You really thought, like, you're borrowing the Central Park Karen from the Central Park 5.
Oh, 1,000%.
There was the headline of the demon in the weeds that happened with the brother going through the mental health issues that had two mistrials that they ended up convicting on some bullshit. So you're really
go ahead.
No, I mean, you're really pulling on homicidal police and homicidal tendencies of New Yorkers to call for the death of black people as it pertains to white women in Central Park. Like, you're not helping this narrative at all by painting this shit.
Even this, she says,
you're just trying to twist the knife.
She says, in a frantic, desperate attempt to stop the avalanche of hate and death threats, I issued a public apology at the recommendation of a PR company. She didn't even want to apologize.
Yeah.
She didn't. In her mind, look, 3 years, like, again, like, you would think, like, okay, 3 years later, she says she's still in hiding. She's scared to be in public. She can't get a job that meets my qualifications. She's at Burger King.
She at Burger King?
Oh, I'm just like, I can imagine. I'm picturing her like, she said there's been long stretches.
She can't even make fried crispy chicken sandwiches no more, man. She don't want to go to Chick-fil-A. She don't want to get nothing.
But it's like, all she had to do, like you said, was like do some deep self-reflection.
That's it.
And kind of say like, okay, I was scared in the moment, but the way I weaponized the police, like to understand the history of black people and the police, the history of what happened. You mentioned the Central Park 5, which our brother Yusef just became the city councilman in Harlem, right? A beautiful redemption story because of shit like this was, illegally sentenced to prison, right? Falsely accused, right? Our own civic engagement director, who's city council member now, Kari Mosley, falsely accused, right? There's this history of black people being falsely accused and police and the justice system being weaponized against us. And all she had to do was do that. Like, do that soul searching, do that understanding. And if she would have done that, like, again, this could have been like a thing of like, yo, this is the realization I've came to as Amy Cooper. And it's like, I'm Amy Cooper and I'm Amy Cooper, and on this day I messed up. And I recognize that. I understand that. This is my worst moment. Nobody wants to be judged by their worst moment. This is my worst moment. I respect and love Christian Cooper. I'm thankful for the things that he's doing and the opportunity he's been blessed with because of this messed up situation. And like, then now your employees or employers or the people of New York could then say, hey, oh, she's coming up. Okay, maybe now she's understanding. It's like, who would want to hire you now?
Facts.
Like, you're still, like, you're basically saying you didn't want to apologize. You mean, she's basically writing the op-ed like, I did nothing wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. He was the aggressor. He was the person who started this. He was deserving to be had the cops called on him and deserving of being, threatened. He was deserving of that. And I don't deserve none of this, and I don't know why.
And like, it sounds like she's clout chasing for real. It's like, if she really wanted the clout, she could have been like, she could have started like a Karen camp. Like, hey, y'all. I know that I fucked up.
Yes.
I just want to prevent other Karens. I want to educate the community.
Hey, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You just gave her like $1 million idea, a Karen camp. And like, if you flip it like that, you actually like reintroduce yourself to the public as like, I'm somebody that I did this. I'm trying to prevent it from being done, from other people happening. I know how like white women can be, and I want to coach and train white women not to utilize their power. Man, that would be so, but that's not what she is. You know what I'm saying? I want them to know I'll be okay, but I don't know if I will ever
she doubled down on that Karen, man.
And it's like, think about like people like that are really suffering. I mean, this is at a time, this op-ed came out November 7th, right? This is at a time where people are suffering more worldwide than ever. But think about the tone deafness in Palestine, the Congo, the Sudan, right here in America, right? A rise of Islamophobia and anti-Semitism and poverty and all the things that people are really suffering now, man. More than ever before. And you had nerve to say, hey, y'all, I got canceled and I can't get a job to meet my qualifications. And, it's all because this black man and the media came against me. I'm the real sufferer. Like, I'm the real person deserving of sympathy and empathy. If anybody should get it, it should be me.
I would just like to say that before we like segue into like the white pages.
Whiteness going white.
Yes, and this shows the extent and like how white supremacy travels and it goes beyond borders because she's Canadian.
Yes,
and she
said that.
Yeah, and she's coming from another country with, it's not vastly different. There are a lot of black people in Toronto where she's from. I'm one of them. But like, you're coming to a city where black people are and you're still quick to believe stereotypes or just cast aspersions about black people and try to endanger black people as you're a foreigner in someone else's country and just, upholding tenets of white supremacy. And this is why our book is from the good sister Crystal.
Hold on. Wait. I got to hit you with the last line of the op-ed. Farouk.
What? Yes, Jasiri.
There's no such thing as a Karen.
There's not?
Wow.
Crazy.
We're all just people. Each of us.
Most of us are moved by white tears because we don't actually think they're real.
Each of us deserves grace and forgiveness, except that nigga Christian Cooper. He deserves the electric chair.
Ultimate gaslight.
Yeah.
From a Karen.
Karen.
There's no such thing
There's
as
no
Karen?
such thing as a Karen. What?
From the OG
Those don't
Karen.
exist.
She was like, yo, your whole perspective as black people, get out of here. Wow.
Crazy.
Watch whiteness work, as D-Ray would say.
The stupidity of whiteness.
Man, and speak about that book, bro.
Yeah, so here are white pages.
Can we get Amy Cooper's address?
Send this to her. The book is...
We need to FedEx that overnight.
Man, listen, I would love to. I'd autograph it for her. How to Be Less Stupid About Race on Racism, White Supremacy, and the Racial Divide by Dr. Crystal M. Fleming. Whether it be at the dinner table or a result of events in the news, conversations about race are deeply relevant to our lives. And as much as we would rather not to admit it, we all struggle with racial stupidity. Case in point, op-eds by Newsweek from Amy Cooper.
Yes.
Combining social critique, humorous personal anecdotes, and the latest scholarships on systemic racism, Crystal Fleming provides a fresh and irreverent take on everything that's wrong with our national conversation about race. Right here, How to Be Less Stupid About Race is your white pages for this week.
Yes.
Man. With that being said, we have a couple of events coming up.
Do we?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a turkey bowl.
Yes, with Taylor Gang.
Yes.
And Fred the God.
Yes. Fred the God. Yes. Coming up in Charlotte's Web. That will be Monday.
Yeah, the 20th of November.
November
right before,
20th.
Yep. Right before Thanksgiving.
Yes. At the Black Box from 5 to 10 is going to be prizes. It's a Madden tournament.
Yeah, Madden tournament turkey bowl. Yeah.
So the prizes is like $1,000 if you win.
Yeah.
So definitely, come through that. And then we have a special pre-screening.
Mm-hmm.
Brother.
How much are the tickets?
All our hearts was broken when Beyonce
skipped over Pittsburgh?
Skipped Pittsburgh, and we know she tried to reschedule the Steelers, conflicted. But we got a pre-screening of Renaissance, the movie.
Yes.
We're holding it November 30th at Cinemark in Monroeville. 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. I mean, we're going to have a red carpet if you want to get your dress on, what you plan to wear. You can break it out for the movie Renaissance. And the tickets, brother.
How much are they?
$5.
What comes with the tickets?
A movie from Beyonce, my nigga. What the hell you think?
I mean, hell.
Did you read the flyer?
Does anything else come with it? I mean, I don't know.
Are you going to be there? Are you going to be there greeting everybody individually?
I'll be on a plane.
No, we don't have Beyonce's cell phone number. Does not come with those tickets. But you will see One Hood. Hopefully, they're the December 1st is I think it's World AIDS Day.
World AIDS Day, yeah.
So we're going to be doing some HIV testing, hopefully with Allies PGH. Shout out to Jasmine, whose idea this was. It's an incredible idea. And shout out to Movie Scene Queen.
Yes.
For collaborating with us and helping us get this movie early. And so tickets is going fast, though. So if you want to see a pre-screening of Renaissance, you want to put your finest silver on, kick it with One Hood. And then the next day, we will be in New York City
at the UJC Summit.
As a featured organization, my brother.
Yep.
At the UJC Summit, Rock Nations, Social Justice Summit, Fat Joe's going to be there, and other folks are going to be there. But more importantly, One Hood's going to be there, man.
I'm going to be there.
We're going to have our swag. We're going to have all our stuff, man. So holler at us December 1st at the UJC Summit. With that being said,
can't forget about Friday. Kiki Ball.
The Kiki Ball.
Oh, yeah.
The Black Box.
Right here at the Black Box. Shout out to Ethan. And that starts at 6 o'clock, I believe.
Trans Day of Remembrance on 17 November, Friday from 6 to 9 p.m.
I think Trans Day of Remembrance is the 20th, November 20th.
Oh, okay.
However, we're also doing.
This is Trans Visibility Week.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to Trans Uniting. I know we're doing stuff with them as well over this piece. So thank you for the reminder of that. With that being said, final words.
Never lose sight.
Stay away from Central Park, niggas. Karen might be there. Peace. One Hood, y'all.